All right, episode 9. Do we
Woo!
have our Stanley Cups? Stanley
We
Cup
all have our
Mafia?
Stanley Cups. Yes, we do.
Yay.
Absolutely.
Mm.
I love that we have Stanley Cups.
Yes.
Okay. So, who do we shit talk first? 7 or
What?
food shop?
Matt
Food shops.
Pitt.
Matt.
Yeah, Matt Pitt is a fucking simp.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. No, like I want to know because I know only bits and pieces about this food shop stuff, and I want to know more more food shops. I need like just what is going I guess Loli, but that's it. Tell me
Yes.
about this food shop stuff.
So food shops is a character in and of themselves. I like to call them the flamenco of Twitch politics. That's how bad they are. They're probably worse than flamenco, probably.
Goodness.
But food shops is a person that grew their following, I think mainly off of Stardust, because that's when I started to notice them, was when they were on Stardust live streams or when Stardust would join their panels and they had like a long ass intro to their debate panels. Well, anyways, they started to gain traction within the Twitch politics era, and then people started looking into their old videos that they used to make on YouTube. And a lot of the old videos that they used to make, or there's one particular video that has since been deleted by food shops, was food shops advocating for the consumption of Loli. And people thought people thought it was weird. They were kind of they weren't as bad as Vosh is with like his CP arguments, but they were kind of like going onto that road where they just felt the need that they needed to talk about CP and try and be an advocate about CP or the go-to person about pedophilia, right? So then it came out that their stance is on CP, and then food shops, I think they received like they were starting to receive some kind of pushback. So then food shops decided to write a manifesto. Now, in this manifesto, she started to say that she has OCD, right? I have OCD too, so I can relate with that. But she was also starting to correlate her OCD with pedo OCD. And I don't even know anything about this. Like the way that food shops thinks, I have no idea what she's talking about. So
Peter OCD.
So what go ahead, Pizzle.
Yeah, so that's like where so it's kind of like a homophobia kind of situation where like like how like straight like men sometimes would be like getting really afraid about being gay, and like being around like they won't go into locker rooms where men get naked because they're like, oh no, I can't because and they get like thoughts in their head, like obsessive thoughts in their head that they might be gay if they like look at a penis for a second too long. So like pedo OCD is apparently where you are afraid of being a pedo to the point that you start to think that you might be a pedo, and you like you won't you're you
Like, you don't
obsessively try to like do things in your life to like I guess like micromanage that feeling, and it's basically like oh, so to me, I don't care what food shop says, but to me, it just means, oh, you like kids and you're afraid that you like kids, and so you're obsessively trying to find ways to not like kids.
That is probably the best way to describe it, Pizzle.
It's so weird. I don't get it.
It's so she says that she has anxiety because she thinks she's going to do these things because she's afraid that she's going to do these things. And it's because of her anxiety and her OCD that is causing it. I think that's a cop out. I don't think OCD has anything to do with this. Because I have OCD and I don't think that way. Like there's something wrong with you if you do think that way. Really bad. Something really bad is wrong with you. So in this manifesto, they outline that they have pedo OCD. And then they also outline that they were seeing a therapist and that the therapist told them that they needed to consume Loli and expose themselves to this fear of being a pedophile or pediophile, and that it would beat their fears. Now, this person also, like, they went on Chud Logic stream yesterday. I didn't watch the debate, but Queeman, Nicholas Diorio, and a few others were on Chud Logic stream, and the food shops again confirmed that they are still consuming Loli. So it's been like a matter of months. So like the timeline just specifically is just Food Shops comes out with this manifesto. I have a live stream about her. Other people have a live stream about her. Zonia has a live stream about her, and she's getting outed for consuming Loli because she openly admits it, right?
Mm.
I think Tipster did some kind of coverage with Food Shops as well. You know, that is where I agree with Tipster on like his take with Food Shops. Like there's Food Shops is a freak, okay?
Yeah.
So I agree with Tipster on that one where Tipster says Food Shops is a freak. And so it goes to that. They're continuing to exist in these Twitch politics spheres. Like for whatever reason, tomfoolery still has them around. Like there are other Twitch politics people that still have them around. Like they're still existing. And it's weird to me because it's like when people found out about flamenco, the only person that kept giving flamenco shots was Augie. Nick was
Mhm.
Nick was very much like, nope, that's it, you're done. This is fucking cringe, right?
Oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Commentary has a tendency just to expel those people. Well, Food Shops has been able to exist in Twitch politics. No idea why. I have no idea. They're like a freaking locale. Um, so Food Shops went on Chud's stream and just like had this debate, and it's supposedly it's really bad. And they just kind of just confirm that they consume Loli. And she's gotten also pushback from her friends because the first time that she was going through this shortly after she wrote her manifesto, she had promised her friends, like she had
Mhm.
promised people that she would no longer talk about this stuff. Like Rezavir, she had promised that guy and Zonia that she'd no longer talk about this stuff anymore. She wouldn't talk about the manifesto. And going on to Chud's stream yesterday was her kind of going back on the promise that she made her friends. And
Mm.
so now she's like on her villain arc, and now she's like, "Oh yeah, I consume Loli. What are you gonna do about it?" And it's just like insane.
Oh, wow. It's just so I hate this so like I get like I guess like people like on the left when they talk about like Vosh and his Lolly stuff, and they're like, well, he said he didn't know it was Lolly. So I guess it's different between Vosh and Food Shops, where Food Shops openly admitted to liking it and watching it. But like either way, can why aren't you guys just watching real porn with real adult
Yeah,
people? Like I just don't there's I will never get hentai because Vosh is right. Like 9 times out of 10, you're watching a hentai. If you watch a hentai, if any of you watching this and you watch hentai, if they don't have big, massive, chonking boobs, and even if they did have big, massive, chonking boobs, 9 times out of 10, you're watching Lolly.
yeah,
Like it's disgusting. I just watch real porn. Go on Pornhub and watch real porn with real people. That's just
yeah.
Sure.
Go watch consenting adults make a pornography.
Right? Yes. Holy crap. Oh my god. It's just so like stop it. Just stop it. Like
Just
if you the safest way to not watch Loli is to just not watch hentai. Oh my god.
mhm.
So bad.
I mean, Lyrics the other day because, there was that occurrence with Lyrics and, what's his name? Plagued Moth, and Plagued Moth was calling, like, Lyrics a pedo, right?
Mhm.
Lyrics, like, had to come out with his live stream or a segment of a live stream coming out with, like, the cringe review that he did, right? That I called him out on and Mr. Sen was calling him out on. Now, Mr. Sen and I have, like, taken 2 different paths where Sen is, like, for whatever reason, just continuing to harp on this. I don't know why. He's just obsessively doing it, and I
I
really wish he would stop.
I love what Queeman said is the reason why Sen is obsessively doing it.
What did
Because
Queeman say?
Queeman said it's like your problem isn't the lolly because you're a lolicon too. Your problem is that they let him in and not
Oh,
you. And so that's why it's
Sure.
because like
I mean,
like
that's pretty base.
Sen says he was joking, but there's a clip where Sen is discussing his little DMs where he got catfished or whatever and was sending lolly to someone. And in the clip, Sen's like, well, you guys, it's the cat ears. That's why I don't think it's lolly because the cat ears. You know what I mean?
Oh
And
god.
he says he was joking about it, but like that, the amount of quote unquote evidence of Sen being a lolicon is the same amount as
Lyric.
lyrics being a
Yeah.
lolicon. And Sen says, oh well, it's because lyrics goes after tipster when he's been outed for the same way, and I'm just mad about the hypocrisy. But I like Queeman's version better. Queeman thinks that Sen's just mad that lyrics is allowed in and he isn't.
Yeah. I don't disagree with Queeman because all I wanted from that whole thing with Lyrics was that Lyrics humble himself and that he's no
Mhm.
better than Tipster, right?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
he
Like that's
did.
true. Mhm.
He acknowledged it. He had a live stream covering that. He even said in the segment of his live stream what you're saying, Jessica, where it's like, look, I don't even like anime anymore, and the reason why I don't like anime anymore is because anime does, like, sketchy shit like this, and you never know what you're liking or not, whether it's lolicon or shotacon, or anything, so I'm just gonna turn away from anime in general, and
And
it's
that's
just
so
like
stupid because there's good shows out there that have absolutely zero, any kind of even the remote sexual innuendo. Like there's
Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm
yeah,
just kidding.
well, there's that. There's Dr. Stone, which is just a science anime show, and then there's Code Geass, which I think is about Palestine, the Palestine-Israel conflict. Now I'm convinced that that's what it's about,
Oh, yeah.
but it's like a retelling. I'm convinced, and no one can convince me otherwise. But like, there's anime shows out there. Like I even think in a way Death Note, you know what I mean? Like it was like if you look too much into it, maybe, but like there's no there's no sexual anything. There's none of that. But like there's people who take show like you could if you really wanted those shows like Code Geass or Dr. Stone. There's no way you can twist anything to make it even remotely sexual. But there
Mhm.
are anime shows that aren't really sexual unless you try to twist it into that. So like I don't like I love it. I still watch anime. I just don't watch the cringe weird anime that apparently lyrics and others like. It's just so
Yeah.
weird. It's like maybe don't watch the reverse harem stuff or the brother sister conflict stuff. Like maybe don't watch those ones and
Yeah.
stick to
Wait,
the smart kid ones.
are you guys saying I can't watch Sailor Moon anymore?
No,
Apparently we can't because apparently like there's a lot of panty shots.
you are evil if you like
Like
Sailor
I
Moon. I'm
love
just
Sailor
kidding.
Moon though. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. But also, there's that argument of like back in the day. Do you guys remember Ren and Stimpy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I vividly remember an episode of Ren and Stimpy where they're sawing a log and there's clips of it online. We watched that as fucking kids. Okay.
Yeah.
That shit was like looking back at it, it's disgusting. But that's
Yeah.
that's the way shit was. And it's not anymore. But like, and think of like even Nickelodeon, like you find out about that Dan Schneider. Was it Dan Schneider? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
find that shit out. Like there's things that you can find out later on. But like watching it then, or doesn't like you can still like fucking whatever that Ariana Grande show was. You can still like it if you're like, no, I have good memories of that show. Like you can still like it, just don't support the person who made it anymore. But like just like Sailor Moon, if you really dig down deep into it, fucking Tuxedo Mask was in college while she was 15-year-old in
Yeah.
high school kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like if you
Yeah.
really go down deep into it, but it's just when you're watching it as a kid, you're not seeing that. You're just seeing pretty soldier Sailor Moon kind of thing. You know what I mean? So it's just so weird. Even Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball when Goku was little and Bulma was like a teen. There's so much
Yes.
sexual stuff in Dragon Ball Z. Like you can go down that pipeline. But if someone's still a fan of Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball in any shape or form, I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, you a pedo because you like Dragon Ball, because in Dragon Ball, here's this scene where this thing happened. Like, I'm not going to, but I don't give a shit what Vosh was into. And he can't say that. I don't give a shit if he doesn't think that it was Loli or not. The fact that he saved it because he was like, this is hot, I want to fap to this later. The fact that he saved that means he liked it enough. That was gross. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw like on accident scrolling, looking for Keffel's deleted tweets because, people screenshot her tweets all the time. So when I realize that someone deletes tweets and I only have so much, I'll start looking for their other ones. Like, so I typed in Keffel's Vosh and I saw what the pictures were non-blurry, and it's disgusting. And I've never seen anybody in like not Tipster, not Lyric, like what Lyrics liked, what Tipster defended. None of that is even remotely close to what Vosh liked. And if Food Shops is liking that kind of stuff too, it's disgusting because there's a difference between, oh, this is a cool drawing, to like it's literal it's porn, it's literal hentai. This is like a penis going in. It's just disgusting. It's disgusting.
And I agree with you, Pizzle, because it's just like I can't. When I saw the Vosh pictures, I was just like, holy shit, bro. Like, you're fucking disgusting. Like, just even looking at it, I felt nasty. So it's just like, imagine them looking at it and like jerking off. Like, that's even more gross. What do you find sexually gratifying about those pictures? It's just disgusting.
It's so gross. It's so gross. And like, I never thought, because I don't look up hentai. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I saw those pictures and I realized exactly how gross it just looked gross to me. And if Food Shops is liking lolicon, you know what I mean? When I think of what Food Shops is liking and what Vosh is liking, that's like, it's sex. It's animated porn, and it's so gross. It's disgusting. And it's and I'm convinced the only reason why they like it animated is because they like some weird, twisted, disgusting stuff that you can't find with real porn.
Yeah.
Like tentacle shit.
Yeah. Like that, and like just disgusting things like horse stuff. Like you're not gonna
Ew.
you maybe can, in real porn, but it's on the dark web, and it's not, I'm assuming, not very readily available. But if you like, I don't know, I'm just convinced anybody that likes hentai, because there's Loli, there's lolicon, and then there's like hentai. And like when I think of lolicon, I think of lolicon hentai, you know? And the hentai is when there's like tentacle stuff and penises and horse porn, and it's disgusting. And I'm convinced that anybody that watches hentai are just degenerate weirdos.
Yeah.
Like if you're not
Sure.
watching real life porn, you have an issue.
So
100%.
Liana, you know, when flamenco got caught, or not actually caught, but when all of his porn history was like leaked and it was discovered there was Shotokan, he there was an interaction with flamenco and Kino Casino. Would there be like what would you say Kino Casino would say about food shops? Like what do you think they would say, Liana?
Oh, they would totally disavow it. I don't know much about food shops, but I was just stalking their profile and they look like a fucking autistic retard. Excuse my
Yeah.
French. Yeah, no, they would just make fun of it and disavow it, exactly what they did with flamenco.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I think they would disavow. I think everyone disavows it. So it's just
It's
gross.
creepy. It's as Jessica said, if you watch hentai, you're watching Loli, and I agree. 100% agree.
So our next topic is Seven. How much do you guys know about Seven?
I actually,
Nothing.
so initially, I didn't know much about her. Like, I saw her on Twitter. Like, there was how I got introduced to Seven was she quote tweeted a clip that I had put up, and then I saw Chud Logic say, you know, thanks to Seven for bringing this up, whatever. And I'm just sitting there like, that was mine. Hello, how dare you not how dare you give her credit for something that I did? Anyway,
Did she? Oh my God, she literally stole one of your posts. What a freaking bitch.
what a bitch.
What a
Anyways,
slut.
and then she blocked me. I don't know. I just found out. But
Yes.
so like this chick, I guess like she was more of like just a chatter kind of thing.
Yes.
But she went on a panel, whatever, that and so I guess she was trying to do that little evolution from chatter to streamer kind of thing, or like orbiter kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then tomfoolery was reviewing an argument, and he brought up her Twitter and was scrolling her Twitter and looking at her pictures, which I'm sorry, I don't give a shit if you're clothed. If you're not fully clothed, if you're posting thirst traps, don't get pissed off when people start thirsting. And I get it. It's different when you actually see them doing it. But don't look, you don't want people to do it on their live streams or in private, then you're obviously posting a thirst trap for attention. Congratulations. Tom gave you all the attention you needed because he did it on his live stream. So now everyone can see you. Hello. That's the only reason why I don't give a fuck. That's the only reason why women post thirst traps is for attention. And hello, if you don't bitch after you get the attention. Now, does it feel icky when you see someone thirst? Like when you see it, like you're watching someone and they're streaming and you're watching their stream and they pull up your pictures and they start like looking at them weird. Does it feel icky? Sure. But you know what? A great way to not have that happen is to not have a thirst trap pinned on your fucking profile, one, and not have thirst traps on your that's a great way to avoid that situation. I just cannot. I cannot. Like if I posted a thirst trap and I saw someone on a stream like just gooning to my thirst trap, I'm not blaming them. I'm blaming myself. Okay.
Yeah.
Now what tomfoolery did was gross. But like Seven, like she wanted to be victim, like biggest victim of them all. You know what I mean? And
She did.
the thing is, Tom also did this thing to Kelly. And the whole reason why anybody knew about Seven was because the Kelly situation happened where he literally was like going through and just for like 17 seconds, just like staring at like this dead air, just looking at Kelly's Instagram photos and stuff. And it was creepy as hell. But also, Kelly, nice way to avoid that is just don't post it. Hello. Anyways,
Yeah.
and don't cry cry like holy crap. And then Kelly was like, I don't feel comfortable about this. And then Tom was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna pull up your Instagram all the time now. It was just his response was gross. I think that he's gross for it, but also like, don't post thirst traps, women. Hello. Don't be a slut on the internet. Okay.
It wasn't only that, it was also like he called in to J Stocks or J Sticks.
Yeah, J Stocks, yeah.
J Stocks live stream and like confronted Kelly. Like that's like the worst possible thing to do is if a woman is like trying to me to you, I get that they could possibly be lying. Let's say they're being completely false. Even if they're being completely false, don't fucking confront them on a live stream. Like, are you insane, bro?
Yeah,
and it wasn't just also confronting, it was also the lying and the manipulating behind the scenes that that got Tom even in a worse position.
Yeah, it blew like Tom Foolery literally caused the issue to blow up more than it ever needed to be with his stupid actions. And I mean, I love the content, and I'm glad that he did it because it was content to watch. But he literally put himself in that whole situation. But as for Seven saw all this going down, and then she's like, oh, well, I want to be a part of this conversation too. And like, there was this one time where Tom also pulled me up and like, he said that I was like baby making. And even though like, there's times where I'm literally 7 guys on my Twitter, it doesn't mean that I'm baby making. And like, even though like, I'm like, I'm like, ooh, woo, cutie, look at me on my Twitter, it doesn't mean I'm baby making. And like, I really thought it was gross because like, I wasn't even talking about anything and he just pulled my stuff up. So like, you guys, I know that we're talking about Kelly, but like, we should also talk about what he did to me. And then of course, Aiko is like,
Of all people.
Oh my gosh, Seven. I'm an expert in taking women with dumb allegations under my wing and like
So true.
and then making stream after stream after stream about it and then talking about how I have proof of stuff but never showing it. Let me do that for you. Okay. Because like it worked out so well the last time that I think that we should do it again, but with you, and I'll help you out so much. And then so her and like one of the things that that Seven and Aiko got pissed off about was there was this point where Beckett, Stardust's boyfriend, and them we're in a VC trying to help. I think it was Sassafras, but a person that we don't know for a fact, talk them off the ledge because I guess they were like suicidal or whatever. And then Seven comes up, and like she tries to TLDR. She's like, let me talk about my stuff. And then everyone dismissed her. And she's like, that's exactly the problem. It's like, that's why I don't talk about my thing. Because the way you guys reacted to it just now kind of thing. And like she tweeted, now this one is deleted, but she tweeted, heads up, anyone, Beckett of Crabs is going to beg to lie that I've asked for this coverage, for his coverage. I'll dump our DMs or lack thereof to prove it's not true. Never been interested in his dusty ass platform. And I'm sick of being lied about by people trying to cover their ass. And someone said, bro, stop talking to all these drama freaks. And she says, never spoken to the man by choice. Trust me. And it's like, bitch, you went into a VC that he was in. Hello. To try to talk about your shit. Oh my God. And then there was other people apparently behind the scenes, like they would say, they would tell Beckett, hey, maybe you should reach out to Seven about this stuff. And then they were telling Seven, hey, maybe you should reach out to Beckett about this stuff. So like to Beckett, probably to Beckett, he was being bugged to cover Seven's situation. And he just didn't want to because it wasn't that fucking important. And she wanted to make a victim of herself. And who better to make her feel like the perfect victim than fucking Aiko? And
Yep.
it's so funny because then I guess there was a point where Beckett was like, I wouldn't deal with Aiko. She's not very good at this. Facts.
It's true.
And Aiko got pissed off about that.
It's so true though. Like she has massively fucked up the Edwin situation. Like I've said on live stream, she had a really great argument when it came to pushing back on Edwin when he talked about the Seer stuff and what's her name? I can't remember her name. Seer and that
Dasha?
ex-girlfriend. Dasha. Yes, Dasha. She had a great argument right there, but she lost the sauce when she decided to hyper focus on Babs. And it wasn't just hyper focusing on Babs. She decided to like have conspiracy theories about commentary. And when people push back on her because like these conspiracy theories are completely insane and you're nutso, she like disappeared and just like went back to Twitch politics again. So then she does this shit with Seven where she has a live stream covering the Seven allegations. And one thing that Aiko did learn from that whole situation was she was pulling up receipts as she's covering things. So it's like, okay, great. You learned your lesson right there. I'm glad that you're finally showing proof of things.
Yeah.
But then she like Aiko gets into like this space where she's like, well, I covered it and you guys should give me honor or kiss my ass because I covered the Seven allegations and I'm an intricate part of this drama and you guys should honor me. And it's just like, it's so dumb. I think Seven going to Beckett and people constantly bothering Beckett about this stuff is just insane. Not only that, but like Aiko also went on a tangent about Beckett and was just like, "Oh my God, Beckett's so evil. He's telling people not to associate with me." And that's something that the ex tipster goth mommies would say. Now, I know I'm an ex tipster goth mommy, and I went to Maggot because that's the only other goth mommy that I know, or ex goth mommy that I know that hangs out with Beckett. And I asked Maggot if she has ever even told Beckett not to hang out with Aiko and that Aiko shouldn't be associated with because she's just horrible. And Maggot never said anything of the sort. So like we want Aiko to say this to her face. Like one of the pushbacks on Aiko is like, oh, Beckett is talking shit and he's not saying it to my face. So I'm publicly calling him out. And it's like, Aiko, you're doing the same thing. Like, how about you say that to my face? And how about you say it to Maggot's face? How about you say it to Liana's face? Because she used to be an ex-goth mommy, or you, Pizzle, you're still a goth mommy.
Hell
so like
yeah.
You are?
like
Oh, I refuse. Anybody listening, don't you dare take me off that list. I don't give a fuck. I don't
I
give a
want
fuck.
I
I'm
tried convincing Matt
I'm
to take you off the
spiteful.
list.
Nope. No, he tried. He tried. And I said, don't you dare. No, I don't get no. Out of spite, I'm staying on it. And like Bobax was like, Bobax like took me off of his like he like soft blocked me from his private, whatever. And then he posted like Jesska was banned from this blah 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 blah. But I saw that she was talking bad about tipsters, so she's allowed back in. No, I don't want it anymore. I don't. No, I don't want it anymore. People keep on trying to take me off of it. So out of spite, I'm going to stay on it forever. So
But does
that.
Tipster have you blocked?
No. Mm-mm.
No,
Oh my God.
I think she's even in the tipster Discord. Not the
No,
secret
I'm not,
Discord.
unfortunately.
Oh, you're
No, I
not
got
in the general Discord?
I'm not in any of the Dipster Discords. He took like there was a second when I bitched about it that he let me in there. And
Yeah.
and then he took me out of it again. And I was like, this sucks.
Oh,
This sucks.
dang.
But it's because he'll keep me around, but then he will like keep me from being where in any kind of private area of his, where because he thinks that I'll leak it.
Yeah.
Which fine, I don't give a fuck. Whatever. I don't want to be in it anyway. I don't want to be in Tipster's stupid Discord. I don't want access to his stupid private Twitter. I don't care. But I also don't want to be taken off the list because everyone wants me to be, and out of spite, I'm staying on it. So there's that.
God damn.
I even said if
Fair
Tipster even goes after me and pisses me off, I still don't want to be taken off of it. Nope. Absolutely not.
So going back to the 7 stuff, Aiko is doing that stuff. So it's like the goth mommies are demanding that you say it to our face now, Aiko. Official word. And then so then she's doing the same stuff that she's doing with 7. And 7 has decided to join J Stocks, or one day. I have no idea like
Oh
why
yeah.
7 did this, but they joined J Stock's live stream.
Yeah.
And I get the feeling that they got too big for their britches. So
Mhm.
it
I have the
wasn't
clip
just
and I can share it.
okay. It
Yeah.
wasn't just the um comments about Nick. It's also she's going on a live stream and saying like shit about Queeman, and supposedly her and Queeman are fighting, but she doesn't want to publicly talk about it because it's too much drama and she can't handle it. But then she'll mention it, like she esoterically talks about it, and it's just like, girl, you're just so fucking dramatic.
It's
You
so
are
stupid. I
so
hate when
dramatic.
people do this stuff. When they're like, they stick their foot in the mud, and then when the mud starts dirtying up their shoes, they're like, "Oh my god, I don't really want to get in this mud anymore. Can I get out of it now?" Like you guys, the fact that this mud is dirtying my shoes is is bad on the mud, and she doesn't blame herself for anything. She doesn't take responsibility for anything.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, there was a point where I was worried about the disproportionate response to my offhanded comment, but now I just don't. Then I realized I don't care, bitch. You care because you
Yeah.
blocked me. I don't know who else you blocked. I know you blocked
Block
me.
me.
So, like, bitch, you care. You
Mhm.
care, and you know what? Anything that comes from your own statements is your own fault. Maybe don't talk about people then if
Yeah.
you don't like it when they respond. Holy crap.
Okay.
Maybe don't go on stream if you
So,
don't like people watching it. But
so
let's
let's
play this.
let's go ahead and watch the clip.
She basically was talking about how, oh, like Nick and Turkey Tom and them, like they see smaller creators and they like try to push them down and don't support them. And she's like, but if I saw someone that was smaller, I would totally help them. Am I
Yeah.
echoing now? Am I
You
echoing?
are. You are echoing.
Liana, is that
Yeah, a little bit.
okay?
Oh, okay.
What about now? Good.
No,
Now you're
you're good.
perfect.
You're good.
Okay. Sorry, toxic. But and then she um she talked about how um they basically like, oh, how dare Nicholas Diorio and Tricky Tom, they go after smaller people. But Seven's also the kind of person that wants to make statements, and as soon as she gets like pushback, she's like, oh, okay, no, you're right, I'm wrong, you're right, I'm wrong. It's like, no, you're just stupid. You're just
Yeah.
stupid. Holy crap. You just say shit. You want to be able to speak your mind, but you don't want to get shit for it, which is fine. And I understand that. But then maybe you should learn to just keep your mouth shut and go
No.
back to just being a chatter. How about that?
Don't
Because
don't
you're not obviously not ready to be in the spotlight in any way, shape, or form, not even in a small way, because
clearly.
you like the whole reason why this whole drama the only reason why you got inserted into the tomfoolery drama is because you inserted yourself into it. Like nobody was paying attention to what tomfoolery said about you. Nobody gave a shit until you made it a big deal. Okay.
Mhm.
Nobody was like, oh yeah, oh, remember that one time, like that I've seen. I didn't see anybody saying it. And like, I even when the chat, when I think I remember like afterwards, everyone was like, no, really? He did it to 7? So like even in his chat, they're like, oh, did you do it to 7? Like nobody remembered this shit. And then so you made it a big deal. You put your foot in it. Maybe just stop. Go back to streaming or go back to being a chatter. Stop streaming. Don't bother tweeting about people. Just I don't know. Go 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 to the craft community or something where you
Yeah.
can make opinions about the type of yarn that's best for crocheting or something. Because that's the best that you can do. And I just think that she wants to be a victim. She wants to
Yeah.
be a victim. And then but she wants to like pretend like she's not. She's literally laugh. I want to be a victim. And but I also want to like look like I'm a strong independent person. Like it's just so fucking stupid. It makes no sense. And she's like her issue like she was tweeting like tomfoolery is telling a lot of lies in public, but one behind the scenes is that I apologized him for misrepresenting what happened and I was never upset by what he did. Absolute 100% bullshit. But then there's like she makes like she also posts links where it says he says either way I feel horrible. I'm so sorry I made you feel weird. I had no idea and I'm sorry it hurt you calling into shows or streaming. That's not good and I don't know what to do. And she said, I appreciate that a lot. It's not your fault. I didn't tell you. But honestly, I was afraid of that exact reaction you've had to Kelly. But you're not Kelly. Holy crap. You're just a nobody, Seven. And maybe you could just go back to being a nobody because
Yeah.
you cannot handle even being, you would never handle being Jesska Pizzle. You could never handle being Liana Taylor. You could never handle being Leigha Something. You can't
Yeah.
handle it. So go back to just being chatter number 113, whatever Mama Max edgy shit that he wants to do when he's talking shit about someone. Okay.
Yeah. Either nut up or shut up.
Right? Jesus Christ. It drives me nuts when people do this. I when I first came into the space and I first started when my very first lore, chapter 1 of Jesska lore, I don't think I was like, oh God, I can't believe Nicholas Diorio quote tweeted me about this. Oh, and I'm getting so much shit now. And I used to tweet it, but from one person to another, stop it. Okay, Seven, stop it. Go back to being a chatter and you just wait and you hang back and you stop going on lives and you stop talking about people until you're ready to get backlash because it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter who you say it about. You're forever going to get backlash from at least some people, from at least a handful of people. And you obviously can't handle it because you went after someone who was in big drama and inserted yourself into that big drama because you wanted to feel special like Kelly Jean, and you're
Yeah.
not. What Tom did to Kelly Jean was nothing, nothing, nothing like was so much more than the little bit that he did to you. Okay. And you inserted it and you made it a big deal. And so then it became a big deal. And then you cried about it being a big deal. And oh my God, these people, I hate how semantic they are with, oh, well, that's not exactly what I said. So he's lying when he says I said this because it was actually this other similar thing, but it wasn't exactly that. So it's lies. Like
Yeah.
I hate and I love Twitch poll. I hate
So
and I love it. Mhm.
so like the you have faced Jesska the wrath of Nicholas Diorio in commentary. Do
Mhm.
you feel like Nick does this kind of little bro stuff in commentary
No,
where
he
he talks
actually
down?
absolutely not. So Nick actually support like I I don't like Nick and like I know that Nick would love for me to just go the too mad route. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
but
Oh,
Nick actually supports smaller creators that he enjoys their content. So
Mhm.
like think of like Dr. Skipper or like Like all like even there's
D-Max.
so
They did it with
D-Max,
D-Max.
D-Max.
Yeah.
Like there's so many creators out there that if the editing is good and the content is good, like Nick will shout it out. He shouts out videos that he likes and in turn shouts out the creators who make those videos. It doesn't matter what their size is. I can't remember the person who did the Mama Max video or even Doomer Politics. Doomer
Mhm.
Politics, I didn't know who he was until Nicholas Diorio shouted out his Mama Max video. You know, or was it
Yes.
or his Vosh video, whatever. Like
Yes.
there's creators out there that Nick supports, big or small, and he keeps that ladder down. The only time he takes up that ladder is if they end up lying about something and getting caught. Like
Yeah.
think about John Swan. Like Nick supported John Swan to the very last end, and then Nick got fucked over for it. You know what I mean? So maybe he's not like becoming buddy buddy with these people, but he still supports smaller creators if their content is good.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And like
Sure.
so does Turkey Tom. Like everyone, Smaggle Daggle became a brand in and of itself
Mhm.
because of Turkey Tom. Okay.
Sure.
Smaggle fucking Daggle, who has zero content, but
Mhm.
everyone knows who the hell he is. Okay. Keemstar hates him. That's how much that's how much power Smaggle Daggle has now. Is Keemstar hates him and doesn't like him to talk and edits him out and doesn't and will specifically say, don't put any shorts of Smaggle Daggle in to the LolGals podcast thingy. You know? And that's Turkey Tom. Like Turkey Tom does the same thing. He supports smaller creators too. I think Seven's issue isn't that I think what she really wanted to say, but she knew it was stupid, was what I used to say back in the day when I first started out. Like, I can't believe that Nicholas Diorio attacks people with low followings
Yeah.
or talks about people with low followings. I think that's what she really wanted to say, but she used creators to kind of like hide how she felt, because I'm sure that I'm sure there was a point on Twitter or something where they said like something bad about her or something. I'm sure that's what the situation was, and she got pissed about it.
So it's not just a matter of small followings where Nick just attacks people with small followings. First of all, he's not even attacking Seven. He had a live stream yesterday and was just laughing about it. If anything, I'm more perturbed about it because it's like what the women in commentary have dealt with something else different than any other woman on the internet. So it's just like when I see someone that is a woman in another area of the internet besides commentary complain about the commentary guys, I take it personal because it's like you guys have no idea what happens in commentary. And I'm so sick and tired of people making the assumption that all the commentary boys are misogynistic when they're necessarily not super misogynistic at all. So it's just like y'all are making connections on stuff that's just stupid. And I feel like she's in a position where she shouldn't speak on things if you don't know about them. She made herself look like an idiot in the J Stock live stream. I guarantee her next go to, and J Stock was already talking about it in his live stream last night, but he was like saying, "Oh, don't attack her because she's a small creator. She doesn't make content." And it's like if you are willing to publicly say something dumb and commentary deems it as dumb and you publicly said it on the live stream, you're going to get shit on for it.
Yeah.
Like if I
Yeah.
see something it happened with Diva de Phoenix. She
Yeah.
said something. She said in the house, out of the house stuff,
Yeah.
and Augie laughed at her for it because of that. Now Diva, like at the time it was difficult for her to go through that, but she sucked it up. And the in and of the house, out of the house meme is still going. Diva doesn't have it. Diva's not freaking out or not upset
Yeah.
or upset over that stuff. And it's like Seven is so hypersensitive that you just have to watch what she says. And it's just like, this is not going to work for you.
It's like when I was having my debate with Lav, and Lav was like, "Look, I know that you don't understand what it's like to have a bunch of people dogpile you," and I was like, bitch, what? Are you kidding me? What are
I've
you
done
talking about? And I was like,
yeah.
and Beckett on Xylee's stream afterwards made a good point. He was like, but think about this. If it was Jessica versus Nick, do you think he would have been harsher towards Jessica than he was with Lav? And everyone's like, oh, well, yeah. And it's like, you
He
guys have
would've.
no idea. You guys have no idea what could happen, what these people could do, what these
Yeah.
people could say, how these people could react. They are being so nice to you guys, and you guys are just bitching over
Yeah.
nothing. Like, grow some balls. I understand. Like I said, when I first started, I was very sensitive, but the stuff that I was sensitive about was literally like even still worse than any of these girls got. Like, imagine if Nicholas Diorio 7 or even fucking Lab. Imagine if Nicholas Diorio went on stream and just ranted about how much of a shit person you are and how horrible you are, and just went balls to the wall about you. Imagine that. Okay.
Yeah.
He didn't do that. So stop crying. Holy crap. You guys
Yeah.
are being babied. And if you can't handle that, go away. Go away.
Please
Stop
leave.
what you're doing right now. Because if you and think about, like, I get it. DGG is bigger. You know what I mean? And Lav, but if you look at comparative size, Lav is like 100 times bigger than me. So of course she's gonna get, it's gonna seem like more hate, if you compare it. But I'm 100 times smaller than Lab, and the entire commentary, like almost the entire commentary community hates me. Okay, so
Yeah.
fuck off, you guys. You guys are being babies, and my advice to you is, if you can't take them babying you and giving you just the slightest bit of pushback, because that's exactly what you're getting, slight pushback, then leave the space.
Yep.
Okay, and then come back when you're more ready, or just go, because you're never going to survive. You're never going to survive at all, especially 7. Go. You are in the wrong space if you think that anything that anyone has done so far in regards to you, even if you think this video is bad, like, leave, because you have no idea what you're stepping into
Yeah,
if you think any of this is bad.
I can be like a bigger bitch. Like, I guarantee you all 3 of us can be
Oh,
meaner than we actually are. This is very mild.
we can.
Me? Never.
This is
Liana's
like,
an angel.
yeah, Liana is the biggest angel of them all, and she's never mean to anybody. But like,
Nope.
you guys have no idea. Absolutely not. No idea.
Yeah.
Like, and how bad it can get. Okay. And so you guys just need to go.
Yeah.
Stop, go offline. You can't handle it. Go offline. Or take a break. Take a break. I took a break. I took like I think it was like a month and a half, 2 months. I took a month and a half, 2 months break, came back, and then I ignore like a lot of things doesn't affect me the way it used to. Like, when Nick reviewed his debate with Lab, I guess he started off with me and Lab for a little bit. As soon as I realized he was gonna play mine and Lab's conversation, I clicked off the live, and I have yet to watch it, because you know what? I know how to avoid stuff that might make me feel a certain way. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And obviously you guys don't. And as for 7, she's literally putting herself in a position where videos like this happen, where people are talking about her. Like, holy crap. Stop. Go away. Just stop. Like,
Yeah.
holy
When
crap.
you say stupid shit, people are gonna laugh at you.
Right? And if you
And
can't handle that, phew.
and if anything, like the way commentary has treated smaller creators, I was told whenever Lightgate was happening, what did Matt Pitt say? If you want your voice heard, or if you want your opinions heard, or if you want your story heard, make the content yourself, right?
Mhm.
That was like a motivating thing on what Matt Pitt said. I took it seriously. I didn't win the Now Recording tournament, and I was just like, you know what? Make your own damn content, Leah. And look, now we've
Yeah.
graduated into Bergs that make content, and
Right?
now we make Daddy Matt like super proud of us. Like that's
Right?
super awesome.
Yeah.
Like it's great. Matt Pitt W.
Matt Pitt W.
Matt Pitt W because he yes. Matt Pitt W because he birthed, and even Toxic. Toxic too.
Mhm.
All the
Toxic
now report.
W.
He
Yep.
birthed Leigha Something, Liana Taylor, and Jesska Pizzle. Like awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
W.
Like think about my first ever video was because Tommy C gave me the idea for it, and it
Well, then
blew the
there you
fuck
go.
up. And like these people, like it's just it's a process. And if you can't, like, there's just you I just know. I just know that Seven's not gonna survive it at all. So that she should just back out. Either
No.
back out now while she still has a chance, or deal with the consequences, because there's just no way around it. There's no way around it.
Yes. So
Mhm.
true. All
But
right.
that's all I got.
Final thoughts. Liana, what are your final thoughts on Food Shops and Seven?
Anime is bad. Hentai is bad. Loli is bad. No anime for anyone ever again.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait,
That's
how
it.
do you say hentai? Hentai?
Hentai.
Okay.
Okay, I thought you said it different. I was like, oh my God, the way Liana says hentai is so cute.
Wait. Can I still watch Pokemon? Or no?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
Pokemon safe.
Just as long as the Pokemon are not having sex, you're not watching that stuff.
Mm, yeah.
That's degenerate.
Yeah. What is it? Rule 34, meaning if there's something on the internet, there's something sexual also about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Wait, is that what Rule 34 is?
I think so. Yeah. I think when
Oh,
they say
crazy.
rule 34, it means that if there's like, it means that anything on the internet there's also something where people made it sexual on the. So like rule 34 would mean because Pokemon exists, there's Pokemon sex stuff that exists.
Oh,
Mhm.
well, you're teaching me things.
Yeah.
Okay, Pizzle, what are your final thoughts?
Food shops, stop being open. Okay. So what happened to Mr. Girl when he thought he could be open about everything that goes on in his mind online? Stop it.
Yes.
Don't do it. You've already fucked yourself, but if you stop being so open and just think about the optics, maybe you can salvage something, whatever's left. And Seven, leave, go away, go back to being a chatter, and just keep your opinions to yourself because you can't handle the backlash of your bad opinions.
So true. Okay, so my final thoughts are food shops, yeet yourself off of the internet. You're fucking cringe. You're annoying. You think you are like the expert of everything, and you're not. You know nothing. You're stupid. Just go away. You're a freak that likes to watch Loli. I can't believe that you would like freaking admit that on the internet, but you're a loser. You are such a freaking loser. Seven, if you want to make content, go ahead. But like, if you say stupid things, I'm gonna laugh at you, and don't be upset when I laugh at you. And if you can't handle it, you should go be a chatter too. Okay, like y'all are losers. Okay, losers, losers, losers. Okay,
Fucking losers. You can't sit with us. Go away.
you
Commentary
can't.
is
You literally
co-
can't.
commentary and Twitch poll are intersecting to a point where there is no return. So,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all you commentary haters, you hate us because you ain't us. That's
yeah.
True.
We're freaking gatekeeping this, okay? Like you guys
absolutely.
are fucking weirdos. Y'all are not allowed in. Okay? We are the elites. We love Jewish people. We're
Yeah.
gonna be the elitists. Okay?
Yeah.
Illuminati, engage.
Yeah.